Dylan's face is making me happy with this. Zach, you beautiful man. I knew just looking at it was scotch, and I'm happy. And welcome back to this episode of the Whiskey House Pub House. I'm here with the boys.
Da baby and da boys.
Da baby and Lil Hoodie.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We once again joined by Zach.
Hey, it's me.
That's Zach.
That's Zach.
And Dylan.
I'm the only normal one.
That's a lie. First of all. And I don't know what we're doing, but I'm just kind of here.
We also have another guest. You might hear him throughout the podcast, and his
U-Log is here.
his alien language of just crackles and pops. We have a fire next to us, and yeah, so that's our fourth guest today. Is I have gone to the liquor store and procured 4. I think we'll do 4 of the procurements that I got, and I'm not going to tell you what they are, and I'm gonna blind you guys to see. The first one will be one that you have had. I know you've had it, and the second one is one you probably haven't had. I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure, and they're similar. So I want to know what you guys think.
I know all of them already.
Yeah.
Do we want to get into it, or do we want to talk about our...
Let's talk about what we've done over the past... This procurement's kind of what I've done, because I haven't actually purchased... I've been so busy spending money on my new car that I have not spent that much, if anything, on liquor. And plus, I have so much in reserve of my whiskey collection that I just want to get rid of.
Yeah.
So I slowly, the shares of each bottle are slowly dwindling.
That's like the theme that Zach's been doing for like the last 4 recordings.
Yeah. It's right,
True.
though. I don't drink that much. It's just me, and I can only drink about 2 ounces per night before.
It's only you,
well.
unless it's Carter's bottle of C919.
Yeah, and then others are involved.
Our bottle.
That's still at your house, which I hope didn't get thrown away.
It definitely got thrown away.
Dang it.
Those guys don't keep anything of monetary value.
No.
Big sad.
That's got monetary value?
It had sentimental value to me.
Oh, sentimental.
Or sentimental. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That, my barrel. Danteus Rapido. Mm-hmm. How will we ever receive another one of those?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know. It's not like there's a website that we can buy them from.
Custom made. I mean, that one, in my defense, was totally destroyed.
Oh, no,
it was
actually
busted.
Very bad. But
imploded on itself.
That's me. What about you, Carter?
Recently, I went to
Scotland.
Yes, I definitely flew to Scotland. This is sick.
Drove there.
I drove there.
Underwater.
I went under the ocean.
That's really cool.
He rented
like that Spy Kids car? Mm-hmm. Like when they drive off the cliff and they kind of go like in the ocean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I have
yeah.
that. It's sick.
Yep.
I don't think I haven't bought much whiskey. Only thing I can really think of was I got a Highland Park Magnus.
Okay.
That's okay.
Are we gonna try that?
We should try that
soon.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Probably should do it after in case he's got bourbon though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't remember. I feel like there was something else that I bought, but I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay. Cool.
That's it from you. Okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think that was one of my whiskey boxes falling over.
Nice.
It has mass to it.
Wait a second. That means it's in a box.
Yep.
Oh.
And it was in a bag.
Yep. And it was in a bag. I'll tell you right now, it did not have mass to it. I do not know why it fell over. It's a very light box.
Interesting. give clues.
It's Talisker Storm.
We joked about that actually at work. He's like, he's gonna bring Talisker Storm.
Yeah.
But no, I got some stuff that probably in episode 2. So we'll probably talk about that then. My dad actually received, or I picked up the bottle that my dad got for me for the Kirkland small batch bourbon. So I got to try that and the Kirkland Bottle and Bond, which are both from 1792. And then, so that'll probably be a later episode that we can do, is the Kirkland comparisons. So that'll be kind of cool. They're pretty good, actually. I didn't get to do the comparison, but I brought the 1792 Bottle and Bond to try next to the Kirkland Bottle and Bond, but I have not done the comparison yet.
Yep.
Because theoretically,
should be very, very similar.
Right. And if that's the case, then, you know, given if you have a membership that would be more affordable and easier to get a hold of, the Kirkland Bottle and Bond edition.
Yeah.
Because the 1792 one is
pretty good.
It's pretty hard to find.
Yeah.
Actually. And it is allocated to places. So that would be a good consumer tip if they are indeed well similar in flavor. So
I just love what Kirkland as a brand is so weird, because they'll have like a bunch of no-name people do, you know, the Kirkland brand for, you know, a specific type of product, and then they'll have big brand name or like box brand named people do other products and under the Kirkland name, like, because I think for golf balls,
Kirkland has golf balls?
Yeah, and they're really good.
Really?
I think it's either Titleist or Callaway that makes them.
Oh, wow.
And those are both great, you know, high quality golf ball companies. They know what they're making, you know. And what other stuff do they? I know that a couple of the Kirkland food brands, you know, it's just like Tyson basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kirkland's the best.
Kirkland's got good tequila too.
I wish I could get I should get him. How much is a membership? Like $100?
I don't know, because there's different tiers.
The problem is, Eden Prairie is the closest, but they don't have liquor stores. So it's like you gotta drive to like Burnsville or Bloomington or something.
Burnsville is the closest one with a liquor store for you.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, there was rumors of one coming closer in the Chaska area.
Oh, that's right.
Those kind of, I don't know if they fell through, but
or it's gonna take 4 years.
It might take, because it was gonna take like 4 years 2 years ago, and now it might take I don't know, 4 years from now or longer
time.
If they even, because like they wanted to build it, you know, they wanted to start 2 years ago, and because they didn't, they might not ever, you know, they might just give up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anyone's actually bought the land that they were thinking about building it on.
Well, that'd be awesome if they did.
Right, yeah. If they did, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Because they were going to have a liquor store there.
Or we need to fix Eden Prairies.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to do that.
Yeah, well,
not us.
Yeah, well, that's just Eden Prairie's town and city laws.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know what the law is, if it's a wholesaler can't sell liquor, or if it's any, because the Lunds and Byerly's at Eden Prairie, I don't think has a liquor store either.
Yeah.
No, it does not. I know that for a fact.
So it's like you just can't have a liquor store attached to a grocery store.
Yeah.
Or a place that sells food product, and I don't know why.
We should boycott all of just Eden Prairie until they fix that.
Do it.
You know, like people are doing for, actually now I think it was resolved as of time of this recording. The Heaven Hill boycott.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I saw that looks like it got resolved. I didn't read the details, but it looked like they signed a 5-year contract with the union.
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but I would think I was hoping that would happen, because it didn't seem like that big of a strike to begin with, in the sense that what they were striking over wasn't that unreasonable. It was basically just because I think what it was is Heaven Hill wanted the employees to work overtime on weekends, basically for overtime pay, but it would conflict with scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
And then the employees didn't want that to happen. Like, they weren't going to work overtime just because they wanted to keep 40 hours or something like that, you know. There was a conflict between people
Right.
not wanting to work overtime
Yep.
and the company forcing people to schedule their overtime.
Yeah.
And so basically it was people like, I'm not going to work because you told me to on the weekends. You know, basically it's forced labor past 40 hours.
Yeah.
Which no one should be, you know, forced to do that.
No.
But it's just not that big of a issue, you'd think, you know.
Well, almost too. I think part of it. I didn't read the full description in detail, but it was also that. I mean, the contract was going to be 5 years out, so whatever price they got would be set for 5 years. Which is that kind of sucks to know that you're not going to get a change until the next contract at least.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, the people that boycotted it can now drink Heaven Hill again. So
if
good for them.
that bothered your conscience,
Even though hypothetically it wouldn't matter because all that stuff is from like 7 to 8 years ago.
It would take your efforts about 8 years to make an impact.
But I also understand too that obviously that does affect sales and stuff.
You don't want to support people that are really doing harmful things to people, you know.
Yeah.
But this isn't a harmful thing. This was just
It's business.
This is business problems for
business like people.
So, all right, should we get started?
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna start pouring. You guys fill in for like 2 minutes.
All right.
Blah 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 blah.
Did you go to the Zach or Das? Blah, 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 blah. God, stroke. It's so smoky down here.
Oh, it's so smoky because Dylan had a stroke.
I'm gonna cut all this.
That's not nice.
Carter? Did you go to the MGM yesterday?
No.
So there might have been midwinters that showed up yesterday,
Maybe.
and now we'll never know.
Nope.
Sweet. I should say this will be our 41st episode
Oh, snap.
that we've done, and we are starting to think of ideas for.
It's really light.
It's not that late.
Well, I mean, it's not.
It's like a bourbon color.
It's nice
We are starting to
amber.
think of ideas for the episode 50 mile marker that we have set for ourselves.
If anybody has any suggestions on what we should do.
Oh, I do want to talk about. I forgot. I wanted to bring this up. So that Q&A I did on the last episode. I think episode 39.
Mm-hmm. Got some feedback.
Well, I did like one.
One.
I got
but
one.
What'd they say?
So it was. Let me pull up.
I think I know who said it.
Yeah, Zach already knows the answer. But I will pull up so I know. So this was episode 39.
Was it Bra?
Or no, excuse me. It was episode.
Episode question mark asterisk $sign.
It was episode 38. So I did. This is the question I asked. Testing the new feature by asking you guys a question. What whiskey would you like us to try next? And somebody commented Pappy.
Pappy Van Winkle.
So I posted back that up. So this is
Coming soon.
If Zach did what was requested in the next 4 pours,
This is Pappy.
one of these is Pappy.
Mm-hmm.
You beautiful man.
Zach,
found
you
I
confirm
found
on
it.
that?
I can confirm that one of those realities is true.
Zach,
Whether I did or did not.
he spent
get
his
Pappy.
life savings.
I just found it on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know,
It was just a total wine of Woodbury. I mean,
Yeah,
it was just sitting there. Not even in a chest or a
It
locked
was
cabinet.
MSRP. It was
Yeah.
like $50. It
Yep.
was easy.
the 23 year.
Yep.
Yes, Pappy.
Wow, Pappy is very good.
This smells lighter than the last time I remember trying it.
So
this is
you
one
tried this one.
You have tried.
We've all had this.
We have.
We've all had this for
Okay.
sure.
Jack Daniels.
Well, it's
No.
bourbon. I'm going to
Yep.
go ahead and say, yeah, it's bourbon.
Going out on a limb here, say
Yep.
it's bourbon. Dylan could, I think, get this on the taste, I think, because it has a quality that is very dominant in this distillery's products. At least it should. Last time I tried it, it did.
I definitely know I've had this before, and
It's hot.
You know, it still tastes how I remember.
It's colder than the initial, it's physically cold.
Yeah, which it shouldn't have been because I had my
little
car really hot.
Well,
and
these glasses
it
are
was-
also a little bit.
A little chilly. They're upstairs.
It was in a cold room.
Yeah, cold room.
I mean, it's very hot. It's cast strength, but I'm not
It's High West.
sure yet.
I don't know. It just gives me like a High West vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
A little spicy.
Yeah.
A little. I mean, I guess a lot of High West stuff I find is just like peppery.
Yeah, Zach, you're right. I should know what this is because it is super familiar.
I feel like we've drank this a lot.
Just let me know when you
Crap.
give up or have an official guess.
I'm just can't.
It's not like, I can keep giving hints until we figure it out, but
It's a Kentucky distillery.
yeah.
It's not.
Buffy
It's nothing
Trace.
turkey.
It's not Wild Turkey.
It's Buffy Trace.
It's not Buffalo Trace.
Buffy Trace.
It doesn't taste like the Elijah Craig that we had, any of them, but I mean, it could be. That's kind of what my number one guess, because in the mind, the first thing that popped in was the Ballin and Bond Henry McKenna.
Right.
But it's
It's not that. I'll
it
tell you
can't.
right
Well,
now.
it can't be
It can't
because
be
it's 100. This is way hotter than
Yeah.
50. So I mean, it's got to be like
Is it?
the B520 or B521.
It's not Elijah Craig.
It's not. Okay.
It's not.
One hint is
Is it Old Forester?
it's not Old Forester.
No. No, I'm just taking shots in the dark. Yeah.
This distillery has been around for a long time.
Oh, I got it.
Yep. I was going to try to lead into the fact that
I was gonna say Jay Carver next.
yeah, no, not Jay Carver. I was going this distillery has a lineage of fathers and sons
Jim
to
Beam
sons.
product?
It's a Jim Beam product.
Really?
Yep.
Devil's Cut.
No.
I would not have said Jim Beam. I wasn't getting. It's waxy, but I didn't get any like of that peanut stuff. I mean, is this the Booker's? No,
Nope.
Baker's.
Nope.
Oh, it's Knob.
Nope. It's not Knob.
Okay, I have no idea.
This is Old Granddad.
114. Oh wow.
Ah.
Yeah, it's way better than I thought.
It's good.
Yeah, it is really good.
It's hot. And I'm not.
Well, 'cause we started out at 114.
Well, I'm not
you
sure
know.
if it's the mash bill or not, but
It could be variations. But yeah, this is one we definitely all have had. And the next one is
I should have rated
Yes.
it before I guessed.
I mean, we can still give it a rating, and
Yeah.
just knowing what it is doesn't necessarily affect how we think it is. It could.
I kind of feel
It
like
could
it
give us a
does little
bias.
bit.
Okay.
No, this is
Usually,
yeah, this is very
usually
good.
most Jim Beam products are like a 6.5 to a 7 on my list, and I think this is like a 7,
I'd say it's like a 7 as well.
almost a 7.
I'm right next to that. I think I'm either a 7 or just a little bit lower. But yeah, no, it's
It's pretty good. It's solid and cheap.
Yeah, this is only it's
This
like,
is like
what,
a 30
$30.
35.
20. This is $24 right
Oh,
now.
The
really?
114.
Yeah, for
For
it's-
$7.50.
yeah.
Nice.
I mean, right now I don't know if it'll go up or down, but
Yeah.
it was nothing.
No, this is better than the Knob Creeks. This is, I think it's actually probably there with the Bakers, the 107s stuff, as far as not the proof, but as far as the quality.
Gives me a weird, like it's good. It gives me a weird aftertaste that I'm not really a fan of.
Like a mint, like an herb.
Not mint,
or,
like- It was
minty
or
for me,
or
yeah.
a chemical.
Almost chemically.
Chemically.
Kind of smells like acetone.
Really?
It tastes like acetone a
So
little
nail
bit.
polish, a little.
Little nail polishy.
So just really, I think you're just experiencing it being hot and not having any food or water or preface going into it.
I had a granola bar.
You know, maybe that hid the nuttiness
It
because it's not popping out.
was like an
on,
hour
on the,
and a half ago, but maybe
Oh.
could have been. Could have been.
Yep. If you could distill a granola bar, Old Granddad 114.
Granddad.
But it doesn't. That flavor doesn't really turn it off for me. Like, I'm not like turned off by it.
Yeah.
It's just it's.
So last time we had
Interesting.
Old Granddad was probably Bourbon Trials.
Yeah.
What are the like part 3 or part 4?
Yeah,
It was a long time ago.
Up there because of the proof.
Yep. No, this is
Probably 3.
Yeah, this is very. This is one of those like daily affordable ones you could conceivably.
I could sip on this every day.
Yeah.
All right.
This is really good.
Are you guys want to pour it out and want to finish it?
I'll put it in the dump glass. Hang on.
If we can get the dump glass of the body.
glass.
No, that it just got a clean finish for me.
Also, the that sink works. So
I wouldn't rinse them unless they're really similar because then you'll put water in them. But it's minuscule amount. It's nitpicky at best.
yeah,
So,
just in case we needed to.
have you had the bonded Old Granddad? Anyone?
No, I think I've seen it.
It's good value.
I'm assuming it's a little bit more expensive, at the same price.
No, it's cheaper, about the 25. Well, it's about the same $25, but it's a liter.
Oh, they sell it in a liter.
It's a liter bottle, and that is a good value.
That is a good value
Yeah.
for a liter.
That was pretty good. The other one, by the way, those Kirklands are also liter bottles too. So
That is the one nice thing about the Kirklands is that no matter really what liquor you wind up buying from them, it's almost always a liter.
yeah, I mean, yeah, they're always going to be bulk,
Yeah.
but okay.
Okay, so this is-
Minty grass.
Yeah, it smells like.
Yeah, this is one that
mint
I have
press.
not had, and I'm pretty sure you guys haven't either. But I'm not 100% on that.
It is so pine.
I'm gonna look up some
It is
stuff about
pine.
it.
It is a pine forest. Slightly more minty though, but I love the nose on it.
Yeah, it's very nice, subtle, not too strong. Of the mint,
But overall, that nose is very,
very pleasing.
very prevalent. Though I was gonna say it's jumping on the glass more so than the Old Granddad.
Yes.
So it is more powerful.
What do
But
you got for us, Zach?
All right, so this is, I guess I'll just start off. It's not a whole bourbon. This is just American whiskey, and it is a blend of bourbons, but some are not from Kentucky. So it is a bourbon
Is it Stellum?
in name only.
I think Stellan would be a bourbon still. It's Stellan bourbon. We've seen the
Technically.
label on
Yeah,
it,
no, I know.
Okay.
Is it Stellum?
What do you think, Dylan?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as. It's more complex than the Old Granddad, but it's not as strong somehow. And I'm assuming you did this in this particular order, and this is a bourbon, so this is probably supposed to be more powerful than the Old Granddad. But
Right.
it does not drink like that.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's a similar proof, very similar, within one.
Okay.
It hits different. It hits a little bit more the back of the throat.
I find this to be more.
That nose is not through. It is not coming through on the taste,
No,
which is. I like that
Yeah.
because I was afraid it was going to taste like pine.
yeah, this tastes super salty to me. You guys get a lot of salt.
Like briny salt or like just
yeah,
kinda,
it like tingles the tongue a little bit, like if you just ate some table salt or something. You know,
Okay,
it kind of hits.
maybe that's what I felt.
And it kind of smells. I mean, maybe it's the glass somehow, but kind of smells salty a little bit, but
Yeah.
not ocean salt, Brian. Just
Yeah.
Just salt.
yeah.
It's got a very good body to it, though. Like the mid palate. The beginning or end is kind of. They get lost in the middle,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
The beginning and the finish.
Yeah.
But the middle
It's solid.
is solid and is very. It's almost got like the same consistency as like a simple syrup. Like
Yeah.
a water, obviously watered down.
Yeah,
Not
it is
exactly,
syrupy.
but it's like
yeah, kind of in the way the 1792 is, the
Yeah.
small batch. But the 1792 has a better start, I think.
Yeah.
But this is more, it's a little more complex.
It doesn't, but it's not obvious that it doesn't have a strong finish or a strong start up and a strong finish. This is kind of, you almost don't notice it, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle.
Yep.
It's weird. It's good.
So what would we rate this, not knowing what it is?
That's a good question because in ways I prefer this over the old Granddad, but in others I don't.
Yeah.
But that being said, let me try it one more time for a final thought.
And now for my final thought. Yeah, it's so weird.
It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
It's got other spices in there.
A little peppermint, a little licorice.
It's a weird flavor. I can't.
It's almost like a syrupy mint julep in ways.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, I guess pretty good.
I like this, actually. I would... I didn't really say a number. I said I'd put it close to you guys as far as the old Granddad's concerned, but I'd give this probably a 6.5.
6.5. Yeah, I gave the old Granddad a 7 or just sub 7. This is a 7. This is a 7.
Okay.
I like it a little bit more. I don't know. It's you can drink more of this somehow.
And that's just the taste, though.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
just the flavor.
Like we're judging off the taste. Like obviously you take in the price into
the value.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what it is right now. Carter was right. This is Stellum bourbon.
that's something that's a good guess.
Yeah. Because
I told you.
Because it is bourbon technically, but it's got Indiana whiskey in it and Tennessee whiskey in it.
Okay.
So those are bourbons, but not Kentucky bourbons.
All right,
So,
I must have misheard.
yeah.
Yep.
But yes, it's
I've wanted to try this for a
yeah.
while.
So this is 55 retail, and I bought it for 60 because I've never seen it for less than 60 around here.
Okay.
So comparably, the old Granddad's half the price.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that old Granddad.
Yeah, that's a good value. And this is good. Like, knowing that, obviously, I buy the old Granddad every time. But if you haven't had this and you're just looking for something different, for some reason you can't get old Granddad, is it worth 55? It's close,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's quite there. I think this, because like, there's like Henry McKenna for 40, or there's, for a little more, you can get a barrel proof Elijah Craig, and so this is the barrel lineup, you know,
Yeah.
the barrel brand, and I still haven't had any of their stuff.
You haven't?
No,
This is their own company.
right. This is them. It is different.
Yeah.
This is not,
But
and this
yeah.
is the
This
same every time.
Yeah, this isn't their barrel picks.
No. I just mean that this is the same people though
There
doing that.
there are single barrels of these we haven't tried, but
True, but I don't know. Later.
Anyway, but I think those are overpriced.
I have one.
You have one. Maybe I'll just take a look at that real quick.
we could do it as a cap on this episode.
Sure.
I'd like to try it again because my memory of that was
It's just Dickel.
Yeah.
my memory is it's just mostly George Dickel, and I'm curious to see how it stands up to my memory.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah, that's what you guys haven't tried yet either. The George Dickel bottled and bond.
we should have that next episode.
Okay.
Yes, I really wanted to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to go get it.
I think that my thought on the price category, $60 price category, even the $50 to $60 is a very competition heavy environment. That is where most of the market is.
For premium bourbons.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously there's super premium,
Yeah.
but 80%, whatever, most of the consumers are in this category, like 90% of the time. And I think this is a excellent entry into that category, and it's all up to your flavor preferences.
Yeah.
So but I think this is very deserving of where it lines up in the category, and I think it is definitely worth the try for the price. And I think this is an excellent strategy for that barrel company doing their their own sister company, parent company, whatever, and getting in there for a cheaper price, but still not sacrificing flavor. And it's all cast strength. So
Yeah. So this is 114.9 proof. So 115. So I wanted to pair this up to the old Granddad because that was the only thing I could think of on the top of my head that was right there.
Yeah. I thought it was a good, interesting comparison.
Yeah.
I think this is very amazing. Yeah. And it's very different from the old Granddad.
Very different.
Yep.
And speaking of different, the next ones I have are both not bourbons. So
Scotch.
just wanted to fill in. Do we want to do the barrel
Now,
before we switch to something different?
I'm going to say, I had a thought I would ask, but I'm going to say for the sake of keeping it blind on my part, at least, I think use your discretion.
Okay. So I'll just decide. But you'll see me be able to grab it though, right? I mean,
Not really.
all right.
You
Well,
might be able
I'll
to.
put it on the ground and then I'll
Good
decide. Yeah.
Yep. Now, here's my question: if you're going to drink a Stellum, are you doing the rye or the bourbon, Carter?
The rye.
Okay.
I thought the rye was better.
Really?
It's a little bit more expensive, I think, but
No, it was cheaper. It was $45. It was cheaper than the Willet at the time. It's under Bourbon. Yeah, the Bourbon Street sign.
I'm pretty sure it's over there.
Yeah. Left corner. Did you get it?
I love that you know where my stuff is on my cabinet.
So I looked. I'm like, oh.
I got some stuff upstairs too that I could.
Okay.
I think some stuff in my. I have some stuff in a backpack.
Stuff in a backpack.
Stuff in a backpack. I think I have my campfire up there.
It's been a while since we had the campfire, but
Campfire is very good. I love campfire. But yeah, the Dickel bottled and bond.
I'm excited to try that one. Yeah.
That was one that I forgot about. And our little recap. That was another one that I had recently picked up. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was very happy about it.
Okay.
Because I'd never seen it before. And I knew that the Dickel product line, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's I would say that the Dickel line is it has people that support it and people that dislike it.
Yes.
But for the most part, I have not gotten to try 90% of the product. The only thing I had tried was the single barrel select that they had that I bought. Well, you and I compared
that to the barrel.
Yeah, the barrel, because you brought the barrel over, and I'm like, wait a minute, this says Tennessee on it. And I smelled it and tasted it. I'm like, this
Tastes exactly like Dickel,
like
which would
Dickel.
make sense because it's just a barrel pick. And that I did not realize when I was buying that. I did not realize that it was that their company, the whole thing was that they just get barrel picks and that it was not.
They all well known extremely for blending, so they do very good blending releases. I think they're seasonally, quarterly, something.
Because I know they have
like a dovetail.
The dovetail.
Yep. And that's kind of what they're known for, is their blending. So.
Yeah, but they also are well known for
Right.
that barrel pick,
Yeah.
and all their barrel picks are very well
Executed.
very well
Yep.
executed. Yeah, and
But-
I did not know that. when I
Arguably
was
priced.
very high.
Yeah. But
So as a disclaimer, the water pressure in that sink is a lot higher than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah,
there was some water as I was pouring some in. I mean, I tried to get it out as best I could. So
This is rye.
this one might be a little less potent
Okay.
because of the small addition of the water.
Yeah, that water pressure's kind of nuts.
Yeah. So I
I should have
apologize.
mentioned that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I apologize for that. I should have.
The water is 1,000 psi.
Uh-huh.
When you open the
So this is one that
I'm getting rye off the nose.
I wanted to keep it, like it.
Yep.
This could be the barrel, and it could be one other one.
It smells kind of grapey though. Maybe not grape. What am I getting?
I think it smells like pickly, like vinegary.
Smells like High West almost.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it
Yeah,
is.
maybe that's the High West thing we were talking about before.
Yeah, it's kind of pickly.
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Off the nose?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, tasting.
That is so much more subtle than I thought it was going to be.
It's pretty, in comparison, lacking to the Stellum. I think it's rounded, but only because the circle is small.
Now, is this...
Not a whole lot of outstanding flavor in this
know.
one.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I mean, maybe my glass had more water in it than yours does from the rinse.
Is this American whiskey? Since you said
It's
it's
gotta
not
be.
a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be. It's gotta be. It has to be.
It does
rye.
not does not taste like a rye though. I feel like it doesn't taste like a rye to me.
Tastes like a rye to me.
This is especially minty to me. Minty and vinegary. If you could somehow combine those two in a subtle way.
This is surprisingly has similar overlapping profiles and flavor towards the Stellan bourbon that we just had, but it's itself is also very syrupy.
This is extremely sweet, extremely sugary.
Yeah. Have we had this?
Well, I don't want to give away if it's one or the other, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
'Cause we had the old Granddad.
Yes, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure you guys have had this,
Just
but I'm not. You two in particular, because both the options, the barrel and then the other one that this could be, I haven't had.
okay.
So what's something that you and I would have had? Midwinters.
Yeah, right.
Did you not get one last year?
No, I didn't buy one. I didn't. I wasn't affluent, and I also wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
I was not affluent at the time.
Yeah, and now I am more affluent than I was last year.
And
Oh.
I would have bought it had I known.
well now
I don't think it is.
I should have.
It isn't here, but this just popped in my head for a second. I'm entertaining the idea. It's not, but store pick, High West, they're always finished in something. But if that was that, then I would say okay, that's a possibility. But they're always usually cast strength or
Yeah.
higher. This is not.
Definitely not.
But it does seem like a rye that is finished in something.
So I'll give you a hint. It is not Midwinters. And the fact that you're comparing it at all, I find humorous.
Is shameful.
So that might give you a hint as to what price range
But I'm not saying
and value could have been.
I'm not saying it's the double rye. I'm saying this is like
Yeah. It's you think it's a finished rye right now. That's what you're
what
chewing
I'm leaning-
through.
Yeah.
But finished in what? Sherry?
Because it's so sweet. It wouldn't be sherry, but it could be a. I mean, yes, sherry's not the worst option for sweet. What are things that rum could make it super sweet? I
That's
think
kinda
this
what I
is
was
really
thinking,
sweet. Yeah.
but there's not many. There is another rye that's rum finished that I had not had. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it at all, nor the company. I am out of whiskey, so I therefore have no more times to go back to it. So I kind of need to start thinking of a guess. I don't know if we've had this.
It feels so familiar.
It does. It does.
It feels so familiar.
Honestly, the thing that keeps coming to my head is like an Angel's Envy, but I don't think
You know, this might-
He's not going to... No, it's not. It's not sweet enough.
No.
Or tart enough.
This might
the Angel's
be
Envy has a very heavy port influence. Like
The rye.
The rye. Yeah.
No, yeah. I think this might be the barrel.
You think you bought a barrel?
No, he's thinking I
talking
poured
about
you
my barrel.
his
Oh,
barrel.
no. It can't be. I'm going to have a...
A meltdown.
Like, this is not... Doesn't taste anything like George Dickel. And if it is, then...
So I'm gonna keep giving you hints till you guess it, even if it's blatant.
All right.
So you guys have kind of come to conclusions. This is the cousin, the sibling of of something we have cherished on a previous episode. Something that
How long ago was the episode? Give me like
in episode numbers.
It was Willet.
I think it was like
a 10 episodes ago.
It was 10 I think it was 10 to 15 episodes ago.
It was Willet. That was the cousin.
And this
we had Willet.
And this was
last recording.
Right. We did the Stellum versus Willet.
Oh,
blind.
You think it's Willet bourbon?
No, he said it wasn't bourbon.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't say it was anything. I said this was either barrel.
Rye.
Oh.
I said this is either barrel or the other one.
I didn't think it could be a bourbon.
No. It could. Oh, you meant, I did say the next one isn't. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just, it could be barrel or it could be, the one I was going to do wasn't a bourbon. And then you're like, then I asked, do we do the barrel? And then you said leave to your discretion. So of the two that I left, that I have purchased today, neither of those are bourbons.
I still feel like it's a rye, and I don't think it's a George Dickel.
Mm-hmm. It is it's more than 100 proof.
Well, because he said we had it. We said we had it like 15 episodes ago, so it's not the Dickel.
No, so I think I was saying
we've never even had that.
No,
on this.
I've said you've had we have cherished the cousin to this.
Oh.
The sibling to this.
And we had the cousin of this 15 episodes ago, approximately.
And we decided it was
we haven't had any barrel.
We decided it was a winner.
No, we haven't had any barrel on here.
A winner.
A winner of a contest.
So crap. So it's either the $20 or $30 challenge.
Well,
it wouldn't be the $30 one because that was your.
It's pretty recent.
the
I mean, the $20 one was the
Earl Settler.
No, that was the $30 one.
Yeah, that was
Wild Turkey.
Wild Turkey.
This can't be Wild Turkey, is it? No, cousin to what? So it's a cousin to Wild Turkey. So Wild Turkey rye. Is it the Wild Turkey rye?
This is the 101 rye.
What?
It doesn't taste.
It does not taste like that.
Yeah.
This tastes so much sweeter than the regular bourbon, I feel like.
So have you guys had this? The 101 rye?
I haven't.
No, you haven't. Okay. I didn't know. I thought you had because we had made comparisons to it in a previous episode, I think. Talking about when we were talking about the Will and the Stellum, I thought you guys.
I don't think we talked about that. No.
I think we might have mentioned the rare breed.
Yeah.
I think it was
the rare breed. It's probably the rare breed, right?
Or was it?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have been that. That was
anyway.
I'd like a little bit more
of this.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Science.
Because I've almost bought this like twice.
I'm gonna say it. I said it was a rye off the nose. So
you did. Yep.
It just did not. That rye was not there for me. It just didn't feel rye enough.
Here's my thing, and I need to remember this now. Do you remember? Yeah, it's perfect. Do you remember when we talked to that gal at the tasting? That I'm not going to say where it was because I want to save for the next episode in Minneapolis. And I'm like, is this High West? She's like, no, it's from the South, though. That would be my second option.
Gotcha.
Does it not? That's what I'm thinking now. That seems highly possible.
This is a wild. That the ingredient in that was the Wild Turkey 101.
Because I'm like, this
product.
Reminds me of High West. And the
it
101
has the same
brought me back to a High West. Not necessarily the double rye, but like a rendezvous or something.
Yeah.
And that's where it brought me to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering,
things that make you go, I got to remember how much that... I bought it yesterday. I don't even remember how much that rye costs.
Isn't that like 40?
It wasn't 40.
I enjoy this a lot.
Maybe 30?
No, closer to 30, but not. I don't think it was 30. The internet has given up.
I quite frankly really enjoy this.
No, I do. I really like
quite
this.
Good. I don't think it's as good as the Stellum Rye that we had last time.
No.
And I don't think it's as good as. Actually, I actually think it's on par with the Whistle Pig, honestly, because I didn't love that one. It was good.
The 12.
I think it was the New World we had.
Old World.
Old World. Yep. That's the one. New World.
Jurassic Park Lost World.
Yeah.
It's much sweeter than I would have thought.
Yeah.
But I like it.
I do like it.
It's 30.
Yeah.
Yes. MSRP is 25, but 30.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good value.
That's pretty good.
What are other ryes that are $30?
I mean, you got Jack Daniels. It's 45.
Yeah.
You got
the Michter's American Rye, right? That's only
I think it's 40.
Approximately.
Okay.
I mean, double rye, obviously.
Yeah.
We've said that.
Double rye. Yep. The Pikesville's $40.
Pikesville.
Is that $40?
Yeah.
That's 115, I think.
Yeah,
That's
I
higher.
don't remember the proof off the top of my head.
I mean, actually, the one I've been really wanting to try that I haven't seen is the Elijah Craig rye. I don't even know.
I didn't even know they made one.
Yeah, they do.
That's awesome.
I don't think it's in our region
yet. Okay.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but I have wanted to try that one.
Yeah.
But that would be in the same category.
Yeah.
I mean, Knob Creek, $35.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Knob Creek. Yeah, this is a lot better than Knob Creek Rye.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
That's one that I used to think was a great value.
No, what size bottle is it?
$7.50.
It's just
it's just a regular.
yeah. I think you can buy bigger ones.
Yeah,
I think
you.
but
I'm pretty sure
I didn't see any on the shelf,
175.
but I'm sure they exist. I mean,
right. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, this is
pretty good.
it's good.
Yes, what really stood out to me is the vinegar in this one. I don't know. It was vinegar and spicy.
I got it
like
on the
that.
nose, but not so much in the taste.
Okay.
I just got really sweet.
Yeah,
Lots of sugar. Yeah. And it's just uber sweet. It's super duper sweet.
it is.
So
Like
if you
toasty sugar.
Yeah, this is approachable beyond. Like this you can give this to anyone and they'd probably like it.
It's curious to me because this almost seems
It's too approachable.
It's
more. It seems
too
more approachable than the 101 bourbon,
It does.
which is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, I think those were good clues. I like those.
I wanted to make sure you. I don't know. Telling you guys isn't as fun as you guys
No, it's
figuring it
not.
out. Even
Yeah.
if I give you the most obvious clue, it's more fun to know or
Yeah.
to guess it. You know.
But rating.
I'd probably give this
There's a lot in the 6. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
I know. Yeah.
But honestly, that's where most of
It's
it
a
line
6.
up. Yeah.
This is a 6.
7.
7. Interesting. So this is on par with the Old Grandad and the Stellum we just had,
Yeah, it's really good.
as far as
I really
enjoyment
liked
is
it.
concerned. Yeah, I didn't think it was quite as good as those, but this one is.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah. This one was the definition of pleasant.
Yeah.
It really just doesn't. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
All right, next one.
All right.
Man, just the smell on my glass after that, it just smells good. Oh no.
Get skinny. Segue. Did you see that New Rift released I don't know if it's a permanent line, but they released a new whiskey called Red Turkey.
Red turkey.
Yeah, it's heirloom corn or heirloom grains.
Interesting.
So it's kind of interesting, but I think it's retailing for 55. 50. So
It's not bad.
we don't have any more of the New Rift around, right? We finished that quite a long time
I
ago.
finished that a long time
Yeah.
ago. It was good though.
That's one of the ones I need to come back to because at the time I did not like it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay, this is
This has Dickel written all over it.
this has to be higher proof on the nose.
Apologies to Dylan. Your pour is just a little bit more than the rest of us, so don't feel bad about. It's my fault for Giving you too much if you don't drink it all. That is
Of my whiskey.
mm-hmm.
No, it's
Yeah,
Of mine.
Nine.
this. Oh my goodness. So this will probably influence. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. George Dickel, I've heard so many reviewers talk about a Flintstone vitamin note,
Mm-hmm.
and for the first time ever,
Totally get it.
I got it on the nose.
I totally get it.
Yeah, it's like a chalky, weird flavor, like a grape, maybe like a Flintstone grape, just crushed up.
It just smells like a Flintstone vitamin bottle. Like if you just stick your nose in
Yeah.
the bottle, that's what it smells
And
like.
I kind of dig it.
I like it too.
I don't know. I must not have had enough Flintstone vitamins to.
You got those bad bones.
They got those bad bones
got-
and the port. It probably influenced my genes
You
in the
got those
wrong way.
bird bones.
Got hollow bones.
Like everyone knows that the people that are getting COVID and then shrugging it off
Yep.
are those who have had Flintstone
Flintstone
vitamins.
It makes sense.
And if you had the gummies,
You're dead.
those last in your system forever.
Literally.
I don't
Even
know.
better than the
Those
chalky
no,
ones.
those gummies. I don't. That actually, that was the biggest thing. Is I remember a specific type of fruit snacks that were
Extra oily.
no. They were they weren't gummy.
They were the hard ones.
No. No, they were more like a taffy consistency. Not in flavor, but consistency.
Yeah.
So when you bite a taffy, it doesn't like go back to its original form,
No.
right? So there was a specific brand that I had that was like that, and then they changed them and they were gummy, and I hated them.
Yeah. And you've hated gummies ever since.
I don't like gummies.
I'm a big gummy fan.
I like it. I like fruit snacks. I
Yep.
don't like it gummies where they
Yep.
like come back to like it's chewing on rubber.
I could eat like just a bag of like gummy worms.
And then have the
or
the-
sugar-free Haribo gummy
Oh.
bears.
you'll have those experiences on the
The
toilet.
runs.
I haven't actually tried this yet.
Yeah.
This has to be Dickel.
It's gotta be Dickel. It's gotta be that barrel.
I haven't had George Dickel since the time you
Serious?
brought this over.
There's a lot of tobacco in it for me. You guys get tobacco?
No, I get Flintstones. I get Little Pebble.
This is
And
like,
I got
this
Bam
is
Bam.
like herbaceous almost.
It's herby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get any of that like Flintstone-y kind of vitamin sweetness ish
I do.
on the taste. I get more.
Jeez, it's like, oh my goodness.
You guys get smoke from this at all? A little smokiness? A little subtle? Because it's very, I can feel it in my throat.
No,
you know?
I do. It kind of sits on your tongue a little bit.
It's so minerally.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, this is
It's barrel. Well, now I'm
George
curious
Dickel.
to try this to the bottle and bond.
Okay.
The Dickel bottle and bond. Yeah.
Dickel bottle
Next
and bond.
episode.
There is Dickel in my glass. Without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Like you said. I haven't had this before, so
What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I like how smoky it is. I like how light it is. I don't know what the age is on this. I didn't take a look at the bottle.
I think it says on it.
I think it's fairly old,
Let me,
actually.
I'll grab it.
I think it's
9 years. It's 9.
Was
nine.
it 9 or was
I
it?
remember 9 because it was the
'Cause-
same year as my private select. And that's why I thought it was super suspicious.
Yeah.
It was the same age and also from Tennessee.
Yeah, because I love the oak level in this. It's not too strong, and it's prevalent still, and it's smoky, and it's still light.
Yeah.
And these are things that I like about the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, is that level of oak they're at. That they right now they're 12 years, which is more than this, but this tastes more oaky than those do. Like, well, bar probably the A series. The A series, like the A121, that was very oaky. Not that great, but very
But
oaky.
oaky.
I really enjoyed this a lot. I don't know if I'd. This is 80 to 90 or
This
is
is
it
like
100?
$90 bottle if I remember right.
So
I don't remember how much I spent on this.
yeah,
90 if I remember.
Was it 90?
You told me, and that's why I was doing the price. We were doing a comparison because the bottle that I had got was about 50.
It had to be because I remember I went to 1010 and then I tried it because they were doing samplings and I was like,
this is really good.
it's just really good.
Yeah.
I like this. And I think that was also kind of why I bought it, because not knowing the background of Barrel, just knowing that
Right.
they had good product.
Yeah.
And when I brought it to Dylan's house, he was like, well, I'm pretty sure that this is Dickel. And I was like, how is it Dickel? It can't be Dickel. It's Barrel. And then he was like, well, they do Barrel picks.
It's a source.
And then I was like, oh, so they source it from the company.
I mean, did we look that up, though? Do we know
Yes, no,
this is
It,
Dickel?
without
Like,
a doubt.
okay.
I mean, yeah.
But we did-
that it is Dickel?
yeah, like we know 100% this is
I don't think
Dickel?
they release what the barrels are.
Okay, but it tastes the same.
99.9.
Like, yeah,
It's,
we're there.
It was the same age
Yep.
as the one I had, and it was they both say source from Tennessee.
yeah.
But it was like,
And Dickel is famously one of the only distillers that has hyper aged products in that source to almost anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
and it was the 1010, I think the 1010, like, pick.
Probably. Yeah.
So that's also why I was interested in it.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
it was
this is a pick of a pick, is what you're saying?
basically, it's like a pick of a pick.
Cool.
So it must mean that it's exceptional.
So I enjoy this more than the first time. The first time I would say I would have given this a 5.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I also agree.
This is it's 6, and within that 6.
Give it a 6.5.
6, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was. I mean, it's funny how you can change your the values and the numbers, but
Yeah.
this was. I like this better than not just what we just had, the Stellum and the Old Grandad and the Wild Turkey. This is almost like an 8.
Really?
I love this.
I just
a lot.
don't think.
Wow.
For the
And
money, I don't think it's there.
And
but
that's what I
really like.
That's
this.
kind of what I'm using, which is funny because I think you and I kind of swapped on this episode.
Yeah.
But I think I'm curious to see what happens in that bottle and bond.
Because I personally
what can we get?
love that bottle and
Yeah,
bond.
what can we get out of that bottle and bond that we can get on this $90 bottle?
I think that bottle and bond is better than this, but it's also got very different characteristics.
Yeah, I'm super excited to try that then, because this is, I something that this gives me is satisfaction. Like I could have a glass of this and be like,
I'm good.
That's my hook. Like that was all I needed for tonight.
Yep.
Or this, if I have a hard day, either at work or just feeling
It's a hard
whatever,
knock life.
and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for a glass of something at the end of the day. This would just make me feel better, you know, and really calm me. I love that.
It gives you that nice, satisfying.
Yeah, so this gives
feeling.
me almost an emotional value in that scoring I gave it, just because I don't know. It's the well-roundedness. It's the flavor profiles that I really like.
There's some George Dickel
Yeah.
in my glass. Monkeys and
kinda-
rabbits.
So
It's
great,
kind of appley.
appley.
Going off of building off of what Zach said though, is like bourbon does give me it's hard because most of the bourbons are way too sweet for my preference, and this is not. So yeah, I would agree that this is something for me that is pleasing without just being overly sweet.
Yeah,
So
cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
I got one more for you guys, and the last one is one that I've never tried.
okay,
It's not a bourbon. I told you guys that already. So,
I
you
hope
ready?
it's Scotch.
it's a mezcal.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I would be fine with it.
Actually, have you guys had many mezcals?
No,
Mezcal is surprisingly, I think, one of my favorite liquors right now. It's really good.
do you have any?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
It's one of my favorites. Do you have any? Oh, no.
It's just fun.
I drank them all
I drank them all.
quickly.
They were just delicious. But I had a mezcal margarita.
Yep. Yeah, I have heard of those. Yep.
It's
yep.
it's just weird because it's
Uh-huh.
you take the sweetness of all of the ingredients that go into a margarita and you cut that with the smokiness and of the mezcal. It gives it just such a nice flavor to it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's different. It's just so different.
There are a number of cocktails that I would like to try that have scotches, and there's particularly smoky scotches. I can't think of the names for the life of me right now, but
Like a highball, like a
no, it's
smoky
like a
Scotch highball.
Specifically, it's called like a. I want to say it's a rusty nail, but I don't think that's right. But nevertheless, I would love to try some smoky cocktails.
Nice thing though is that now I feel like Ardbeg has been kind of pioneering a lot of their own smoky Scotch cocktails that they share
Okay.
on social media. When they had what was it that they did? They had the big like Instagram live thing, and they were sharing all of these. Oh, yeah, looks sketchy. What was it called? Because it was like it was the big festival they had. Ardbeg had.
Oh, you mean the Isla Festival?
No, it was like specifically Ardbeg.
I think there might be an Ardbeg Day, but I think that's just because it's. Anyways, yeah.
It might have been just Ardbeg Day, but they had a specific time slot for just making cocktails. Like Dylan's face is making me happy with this. Zach, you beautiful man. I knew just looking at it was Scotch, and I'm happy.
So this is a distillery I've had once before.
It's Kalila. I don't know if it is actually, but
It's Kilkerran.
And this is, I actually know what?
it's not.
I think that's a lie. Because I don't know if this place even qualifies as a distillery or not. I think they do, but I'm not even 100% on that.
We'll call back to the Isla episode.
Are they from Scotland?
Yes.
Do they blend?
Yes.
That's everyone though. Like, there's so many.
It's Johnny Walker.
I mean, it's not the smokiest thing.
No, but it still smells wonderful.
So I mean, Berclatti's on the mind. Bunnahabhain's on the mind. Bullmore, which we've only had once, so it could be, but
It'll be
I doubt it.
But I remember Bullmore being smokier.
Bullmore, I believe, dyes everything.
Oh, they dye it.
Yes,
Ah.
so I would remove that as a possibility.
Zach, you got any?
Hints?
No, we should wait.
Well, no,
wait
not
till we
hint-
taste.
Not
Yeah.
hints, but I was gonna say, well,
Because
let's wait.
yeah, well, let me just tell you, I don't know a whole lot about this whiskey in particular, so I've had to research a little bit. The bottle is not very descriptive.
Oh, it could be Coloman.
Could be Coloman. Yeah, but I thought the Coloman bottles were a little bit more flashy.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, just like they might have more description on something if they're a little bit more flashy.
Maybe.
Could just be labels. Let's give it a sippy.
Gentle. Very gentle. Heats up though.
Does.
This gets peppery like the Nick Offerman edition, the new one of Lagavulin.
The Guinness one?
The Guinness. Yeah, this gets peppery like that. I haven't had a whiskey like that does that
It's very
until
interesting.
now.
And is this something that me and or Dylan have had?
No, I'm almost certain you guys haven't had this, especially this one.
I thought we tried everything off of Isla.
Well, it doesn't mean it's
I mean, you could have had something from this
an expression from the distillery,
or label or whatever this
True.
is.
because off my mind,
and I'm
this
pretty
is-
certain
yeah,
you haven't had this one.
this doesn't seem like a Lefroy.
So like I said, the bottle wasn't very descriptive, and I can tell you the proof, and that's about it.
Proof is gonna be 46.
It's 110 proof. So
It's ass keg.
Is he right?
He is correct.
So Ass Keg is Kalila.
Well, that's the common theory.
That's common.
They don't know that, but
That's true.
it is well known that's the common perception.
I don't know if Ass Keg is what the relation is.
Interesting.
So I just looked it up. Port Ass Keg is just a label of other distilleries' products.
So it's kind of like barrel.
Kind of like barrel, yeah. And so it seems that this place is not a distillery of itself.
It's probably yeah.
They just blend. Maybe they have a location where they get the barrels together and then the bottling facility, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you could classify that as a distillery. I don't know. But they do not distill their own product. This is other places' stuff.
I like it.
The nose is, I think, a lot better than the taste. I still like it. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
And the kicker was what I got this for.
$18.
No, not quite. It's not a steal.
$7.
Yeah. No, this was $49.
Yeah. Okay.
Which for a Kolila
I mean,
is 75 to 85, depending on
Yep.
how horrible your uppricing is. Mm-hmm. So if this is a Kolila, maybe it's a younger age, you know,
At
still
55%,
at 55%, all ABV. That's a pretty good price.
Right,
And consider this was still also just on sale, just in general, because this is let me just look up the MSRP. If it's on this website or not. $69 is the MSRP.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got her $50.
I like this
Nice.
a lot. Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm pretty happy with it. I've only had one other Ass Keg product, and I just stole it from our friend Brooklyn. I don't even know if it's his.
I think his was the 110.
His is the 110 too?
I think so.
Okay. So then I lied. I guess maybe I have had this.
I think.
I just
Yes.
know that I really liked that one. So when I saw this on sale, I'm like, yeah, that's going in my bag today.
I give it in a 7.5.
Yeah. I'd say this is, as far as scotches go, I'm so enthralled with scotches.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna temper my own expectations in my rating system. I think this is, in the Scotch world, this is probably only like a 5 or 6.
Really?
I think so. A 6 on the upper end, because we've had a lot better scotches than this.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've yet to have a 10 out of 10. I feel like we've had 9s out of 10 in the.
Well, we'll find out next Thursday.
Yeah, well, next Thursday. Yeah. But
You're going, Carter, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I'm like, what are you talking about?
yeah,
We'll have to record probably that week.
yeah, because what this doesn't have is a whole lot of complexity, and it doesn't have.
My argument to that, though, is neither does Port Charlotte.
You're right, but I only gave Port Charlotte a 7.5, I think, which is 1.5 points higher than what I'm giving this right now.
True.
But I love peat. This is a little peaty. It's got enough. It's not as peaty. It's not the heavy peat that Port Charlotte is.
No.
It's a little smoky. This is a very unoffensive Isla whiskey.
So my question is, what would you rate higher than this that is easily obtainable?
Easily,
not like
easily
the Port
obtainable, right? Unlike
Octomore, not
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I guess Log 16, I think, is higher than this. That's a 7.
Obviously, no.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, at
Okay,
least
okay,
at least
yeah,
a 7, and you can get that anywhere. But this is cheaper.
Yep.
I think I like this a little more than Ardbeg 10 just because it's more peaty, but that Ardbeg 10 has a lot more complexity.
I don't think this is.
No?
No,
It totally
I
is.
I had it last night.
What? No
Ardbeg
way.
10. Yeah.
Is it from that special bottle that we've...
No, it was a new bottle.
It's a new bottle.
Yep.
Okay.
It was a new bottle. We do have Ardbeg 5 up there, but
True.
I don't think this. Anyways, never mind. Yeah.
Yep.
Continue.
So, Ardbeg 10 is in that
Yep.
contention.
Okay.
I think... Because you could get a Lafroig Select for... That's
30.
55.
Well, no, the select.
The select is
The
higher.
select is like 55.
No, I
think.
thought the select
the
was.
quarter cask is the cheap one.
No.
Am I flipping those?
You might be.
Yeah, I'm probably flipping them.
I thought
There's one that's 40%. And I thought it was Lafroig Select.
Okay.
maybe
Or
it's select.
Excuse me,
and then-
43.
Yeah, well, because there's 10. That's like the default. And there's one below 10 as
Yeah.
far as ABV.
I think
and maybe that's select.
think it is
I
select.
thought that was quarter cask.
I think select is lower, and then it's 10. That's
it's
quarter
quarter
Yeah, he
cask.
should know.
Yeah, and then it's like
Lafroig
yeah,
boy.
Lafroig boy. Okay,
Spelled wrong.
So
So the
so
quarter-
Lafroig 10, $50. Lafroig quarter cask, 60.
okay. I'm thinking of the quarter cask. That's what I'm thinking.
Select, 42, 49.
Yeah,
Which
and,
is
and you can get it for even cheaper than that too.
yeah, you can.
Yeah,
You can find it cheaper.
40%.
yeah. So the quarter cask, because I totally know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's in the realm.
I would
of
like
this.
to try this select actually at some point.
I think it'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm. And so that's all competition for this. And I don't think this.
I've got a Lafroig 10 up there.
Yeah, the regular one though, right?
Yeah, just the
yeah.
normal
I think this is a little better than the regular 10.
I would like to try this with another peated one. Mm-hmm. So a reference for peat.
Yeah.
Question is, Lafroig
What?
10 or
Wee
Big 5?
Beastie.
Wee Beastie, otherwise known as.
Probably Lafroig 10, just because it's. I think that's a closer flavor profile to this.
Because the
do
5
think
is partly sherried finish.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
intense.
I think this
in
is a
flavor,
closer.
you
That would
know?
be a closer.
So you want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say no to a scotch.
Yeah, right.
Just makes me too happy to drink scotch.
Yeah.
Doesn't this drink? I mean, we just had some high proof stuff, but doesn't this drink a little smoother than 110 proof?
Yeah, a little bit.
Each of us just slammed an ounce.
It still
or
burns.
a half of an ounce.
But it doesn't burn like a bourbon. It burns in a different way, and it's just
Yeah, it's hard to say.
oh, it's so good. Makes me happy.
Objectively, it's not. It drinks how it should. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a scotch drinker, though,
That's true. Yeah.
we are scotch drinkers. If you were to give this to somebody who has never really gotten into the realm of scotch, they'd be like,
I've successfully gotten my father into scotch
yes.
out of bourbon.
We now have to do that to my father, the man who despises peat.
So here's the step process. I'll give you guys. You get COVID, come back,
He's like, I want to actually taste something.
and the first scotch you give him the first thing you give him is Lagavulin 16.
oh my.
So, and then you finish the Lagavulin 16. It wasn't full, but you finish Lagavulin 16, and then you have Alex bring Ardbeg 10, and then you work them up.
Alex Ardbeg 10.
I told him to get it.
I'm totally.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna be like, he did not do that on his own
No, he
volition.
didn't. No.
I got something to say about that.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, I know.
This looks
Why is
darker
it,
than
yeah, why is
I
it dark?
remember.
Huh.
Like it looks like that rye that we tried
Yeah,
almost.
I don't remember Lafroig being this dark.
Yeah.
I was just gonna mention about Alex getting the Ardbeg was when he had told me what happened to Rachel and then what he was going over to do tonight. He said he was gonna pick up a whiskey. He told me you texted him to get you guys an Ardbeg. So I was like, yeah, so they're. I mean, obviously they're gonna want like you should probably get him a Koirekin or an Ugadal. And I literally said this, at minimum, you can get him the 10, and he'll be happy with that. And then he goes, and now that I learned he buys
got
the
the
10,
10. Yeah.
he bought my advice, which I guess I shouldn't have said, but
No, it's
I
fine.
said at minimum the 10. He does the minimum.
No, honestly, that's better
That's
for my
just
dad
funny.
because he's not going to
Yeah.
drink the cast strength.
Right. You're right.
True.
I mean, no, he would, but I think he'd probably
Enjoy the 10 a little more.
Yeah.
It's a little easier to enjoy.
But when I heard that he did end up getting the 10 behind the bar, I just
chuckle.
You're just
chuckled,
Yeah.
laughed at that memory. 'Cause I thought he was going to get the Ugadal because I just thought, no, that's kind of I think for a lot of people, the Ugadal is the.
For a lot of people, though, but was it the three of us? The Corey is.
We like
we voted the Corey.
Yeah. We all like the Corey better. I just mean, but I think
right.
the majority of people, Ugadal is the one.
Agreed. Yep.
You're going to
It
get
is.
a premium Ardbeg.
Ugadal.
You're going to get Ugadal.
Yep.
And
This is
it's
kinda
and it is good.
Oh,
is
it's
good.
fantastic. It's number 2. Yeah.
This is
It's
kind of
number two.
woody.
Why is it more woody than
It's
I imagined?
way
what
more.
happened?
It is way more woody
maybe
than I
just-
remember.
So, like I said, the Port Ass Keg doesn't have an age statement. It's a blend.
I'm
Or
assuming
it's probably Kolila, but it could be a little blend.
yeah.
And that's usually a 12. So,
Oh,
Cleela.
Yep. So it could be 9 to 12, I think. So this should be similar. But
I think it's probably younger.
This?
The ass
No,
cake.
the ass
Yeah,
cake.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you said no.
This is so.
What did you say though? 9 to 12.
What I was trying to get to was that if the port ass cake is Kalila, it's probably 9 to 12.
I think it's younger, probably.
Okay.
I'm not. Obviously, there's no way to know.
Right.
But
And it's so white. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
it's
clear.
so-
That thing was.
It looked like water.
Yeah. But even like it shouldn't even look like that after 4 years. You know.
No.
That was. You think 4 years in a cask is gonna make it look? Because that was literally almost water like looking,
I feel like we've had one that was clearer.
and that was old.
Ardbeg 10. Ardbeg 10 is about the same color as that other one. The ass cake.
No. That one's
Yeah.
like. Sorry for the disgusting comparison. But
pee?
it's piss yellow.
It looks like pee.
Ardbeg is piss yellow.
I would say it's lighter than that, almost.
I mean, I'll take your word for it because you've definitely had it more than I have, but I don't know.
Ardbeg 10 is like one of the lightest age statement ones.
It is
there,
light.
There are different ones,
Yeah.
but
Like it's definitely
Yeah.
lighter.
like
than
this
that.
is surprisingly dark.
So then let's theorize. Why is this more
where
woody?
it's aged. I don't know.
I mean, well, it could be the barrels they use. I mean, all they say is ex-bourbon, but it could be how old are those ex-bourbon barrels?
True.
You know,
You guys get banana off the smell. I get a lot of banana.
I get a little banana.
a little bit.
Little. Probably helps that I have a banana like every morning of
true.
my life.
I need to buy bananas. I need to buy bananas.
They're cheap, man.
I know.
It's a cheap, hearty breakfast.
It's a
Okay.
good
We're drinking it.
snack.
That is an interesting point of reference.
Ooh.
Way less. But wow, is that
It tastes like peppers.
peppers? Yeah.
No, like green peppers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But then on the second, now I'm not sure.
I remember why I like Lafroig.
I was gonna say it. The ass cake is better. I like that way more than this, personally. I don't not just because I bought it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, yeah, you're
this
right.
is-
You're not wrong.
But this is really different. Way more different
I
than,
love this
than I
still.
thought it would be.
this is.
I think this is better than Ass Keg. Just marginally. But it is.
You think this is better?
I do think it's
You're
better.
wrong.
I can
but
see.
no.
I can honestly see why.
Yeah. I love I was saying about the pepper note in the port ass keg being comparable to the Nick Offerman Lagavulin. And then this is just legit peppers, you know.
Yeah, like straight vegetable.
Yeah.
I love that.
Very vegetal,
Yeah.
herby, grassy.
But it's just I guess maybe it's because we proofed down now.
No,
but
right.
It's thinner. It's way thinner, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not oily.
It's not as oily or thick in your mouth,
Yep.
but it's
I think
definitely
A good scotch has got to have a little viscousness to it, you know. Something to coat. This doesn't have anything to coat. It's got the flavor, but it doesn't imbue itself upon my whole tongue, you know. It just kind of washes over it.
You know, I do agree with you with that. I never really thought of it like because I would always drink the Lafroig and I'm like, man, this is really, really good.
And I always shoot it, so I never got
I would always just shoot like 5 ounces of Lafroig. It's
5
delicious.
ounces.
Basically, like that's like a whole mouthful. Like,
I know.
You gotta puff your cheeks like a squirrel for 5 ounces.
It's like time for a drink.
Zoop.
But he drinks it
good.
through a straw too.
Oh,
Oh, those jumbo ones. You know, those like really big ones.
yeah,
For-
the really
for
big one,
boba
the
and
Bobo
stuff.
straws. But it's like I would always drink this, and it would be like, man, it's so good. This is like one of my favorite scotches.
Yeah. So
And-
besides pepper, what's after the pepper? What are we getting? 'Cause I'm having a hard time deciphering it.
Rubber band-aids.
Yeah, rubber is usually what we go to because of I've always been described it's been described to me and I describe it as hospital fire. I like using that just because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a good adjective. Lots of rubber, medicinal qualities. And this pepper note's something new that I've tried or that I've had in this.
Yeah, I've never had like a green pepper, green or red pepper.
You never. Oh, you guys don't like peppers, right?
I don't like peppers.
I like I guess you're right. I wouldn't add peppers to something that doesn't normally come with it.
Yeah,
So peppers are usually for me. They come with steaks or seafoods, but I wouldn't.
Or a quesadilla.
Or a quesadilla, yeah.
Croissant.
Quesadilla. And
Croissant.
I wouldn't add it to like thinly sliced. I wouldn't add it to a pasta. I wouldn't add it to even a actually here's an antithesis to that. Burritos usually come with peppers. I don't like peppers in my burrito.
That's weird. 'Cause I was about to say, the furthest I would go is adding peppers to like a breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yep. And I would never do that. I don't want that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a texture thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't say it's a texture thing. It's just I don't want my burrito. I don't want my going to breakfast burrito. I don't want my breakfast tasting like peppers. I don't like peppers for breakfast. How about maybe that's the conclusion I didn't even know I needed. I don't like peppers for breakfast.
I don't like peppers for breakfast. I just don't like peppers because I think they taste gross.
Fair enough.
Or their textures.
But
weird.
they drink really good.
Drink good. They drink real good.
I mean, you guys would know. You did the episode with the hot sauce.
The hot sauce.
So.
That was rough.
That was brutal.
And unfortunately, not very fruitful in it. Well, I really thought that the acidity of the hot sauce would affect the taste buds and alter how things tasted. But really, what it ended up doing was really just deleting. All it did ever in that episode was delete flavors from stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and you know that alcohol is like, it cuts the burn. It's supposed to.
No.
Yes.
Alcohol does not. No.
Yes, alcohol is supposed to cut the burn of peppers.
It can cleanse the tongue in your mouth.
It's supposed to help.
Because it kills every single living organism that could cause pain to your mouth, and then you swallow it, and then your stomach acids go at it. But
yeah.
But usually on the flavor, it doesn't. It usually intensifies because because the alcohol itself is doing its own chemical reaction where it's killing the hot sauce basically, and then your tongue is on fire because it's literally melting.
It's literally like, oh my god,
it's being attacked, and then it cleanses. If you had hot sauce, then alcohol, then water, that would theoretically be the best way to get your tongue back to normal.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, Dylan's right in that alcohol doesn't make it taste, or it doesn't really cut through. It kind of intensifies it first.
Intensifies.
And then fixes the problem. But having peppers and alcohol at the same time is pretty good. Yep, so SKeg is better. It just is. Sorry, Carter.
Lefroy 10,
okay.
6.7.
That's why I like having the podcast, because you can hear everybody's opinion. I think it's just interesting.
Yeah. For me, it's a 6. I have one. At least actually, my dad might have just drank it, but I had Lefroy 10 is something that's usually always on my shelf.
I definitely find this like a 7.5. I really like this.
So I did not bring it, but I have the Cardias.
You suck.
2019,
I thought.
It was either 18 or 19, I forget. But it was a quarter cask. Ex-bourbon, moved into quarter cask, moved into something else.
Pedro Jimenez?
I don't know.
No, I think the 2021 or the 2020 is Pedro Jimenez.
Yes. And then it's released at like 50.1 or something. But that is excellent. The quarter cask influence is amazing. I recommend getting the quarter casks.
I almost bought I think it was this year's Cardias release.
I think we need to.
I almost bought it. It was just a little too expensive at the time.
Yeah.
And
they're going to be $70.
It's like, I think it was 80 where I was. I was like, it's not bad for what it is. I just couldn't do it right then, pull the trigger on it. But I would really be interested to find out, because I think it's either this year's or last year's was finished in Pedro Jimenez, and I would love to see the influence on that.
When did that release by chance?
Either 2021,
I meant like month-wise.
I have no idea.
The new one.
Last
Cardias.
month or two. It's going to be readily available because no one's spending.
I was gonna say
$70 to $80
because I saw it.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking about getting it instead of the SKeg.
Yeah, but
I knew you had one, so I was like, let's try that one first. But now that you're saying that you've both tried it, I was like, shoot, this would have been a perfect opportunity. But
Yeah,
live
I
and
did
learn.
see. I saw the TTB's release for Lefroy for next year's. Next year's is going to be very interesting, I think.
For the Cardias?
Do you remember the 200th year anniversary Cardias that I had that we tried? It was all aged in Warehouse 1.
Yes.
Actually, excuse me, I don't know if it's Cardias, but the Lefroy.
Yeah, that one, the special one that you have.
Yep, but the one that's coming out in the future
Mm-hmm.
is also aged exclusively in Warehouse 1 or their first warehouse. So the comparison is there.
That is there.
But
I'm interested.
all right, well,
Our fourth guest, the fire, has almost died out.
Yeah.
It's about time that we revive it.
I need to get wood.
And Carter needs to get some wood. So with that,
For the fire.
thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Whiskey House Pub House. We hope if you have learned something about my selections today, maybe they will inspire you to purchase your own. But if not, that's okay. Just keep trying new things.
Do what you like.
Hopefully you enjoyed this. We'll catch you next time on the Whiskey House Pub House podcast.
play the music.